Hey guys and girls, I hope you're doing great today. I am going to answer one of the biggest questions I get asked by my current clients and by people that follow me is, what should I have before exercising? What foods are good to eat? What's the best stuff that you can eat that is healthy, nutritious, and going to give you the right kind of energy? Alright, so give yourself at least an hour to digest the foods. Unless you have a very fast digestion and you know you can eat something and you can train half an hour later and you're okay. Generally, a lot of people feel a bit like, well, you know what I mean. If you've eaten something and then you are trying to do things like jumps and burpees and skipping rope and stuff like that. So it will also depend a lot on what sort of workout you're planning to do. So if you're planning on doing more of a cardio-based workout, if you are going to do a cardio workout that involves jumping and you know, like your high intensity interval kind of cardio workout, obviously you don't want to eat anything too heavy. You can go for something like a snack of, you know, your vegetable sticks like celery, carrot sticks with a bit of hummus, especially if you're training in the evening after work and you don't want to eat something heavy and you don't want to have too much carbs because it's later in the day. Some people do try to cut down on their carbs towards nighttime. I do tend to do that. Majority of my carbs early in the day, but I also train early in the day. So for you, you can have a little bit more carbs if you know you're about to hit your workout, you're about to go for a run, you're about to do a workout at the gym and things like that. So have something a little bit lighter like fruit, like I said, celery, carrot sticks, cucumbers, cherry tomatoes with some hummus or some avocado or something like that. But if you are planning on going and doing some more resistance type training and some weights where you're not really intending on jumping and running and throwing yourself up and down, or you're not doing abdominal work, then you can probably go for something a little bit, something that will give a little bit more substantial, something that will give you a bit more energy, which means it's a good time to have a little bit of healthy carbs. And here is some of my carbs that I like to eat before my training, about an hour before my training. Bananas, definitely a lifesaver. They are so easy, you don't have to do anything. Just peel it and eat it, and you can eat it whilst you're driving and all that sort of stuff. Another great thing that I like to get puffed corn chips like that. These are smoky barbecue. These are corn snacks by Tissa. I get them from a local grocery store, but anything that you know, so per serving is only 1.7 grams fat, so they're not fried, they're just like popped, kind of like popcorn. That's another great thing, that I have a couple of those always in my car or wherever I am. Medium rice cakes is another easy one because I can throw them. These are just great snacks when you're on the go, but these are good also to have before your workout, and maybe have that with some avocado on it or something like that, or some hummus. Another thing that I love having before training, that's actually one of my most favorite things, is rice cakes with some nut butter. So you can go for a natural peanut butter. Make sure you do have a look on the back, on the ingredients list, and make sure that it doesn't have a lot of additives like palm and vegetable oils and salt and sugar. You want to be as natural as possible. Put some of this on a rice cake and you're good to go. You can have some fruit, you can have some apples, because it's natural sugar, natural fast digesting carbs, and it will give you a good energy kick. And even cereal, but you got to be very careful with cereals. I love this one in particular, Active Balance by Freedom, buckwheat and quinoa. And the reason why I like this one is because per serving, 5 grams of protein, only 4.2 fat, but the most important thing that I look at is sugar. And this one only has 2.4 grams of sugar per serving because they do not, and only 45 milligrams of sodium. So these are just little flakes, and these ones have quinoa and buckwheat quinoa and pepitas. So when I look at the ingredient list, I know this is healthy, and I will have that either with almond milk or sometimes just a low-fat milk. But that's one of the good cereal options. You just gotta make sure that the sugar is not too high. Another great thing is sometimes I make, if you have time to do that, make some homemade muffins out of maybe coconut flour or buckwheat flour, and I will post a recipe of that somewhere, and I'll comment and link below to let you know when that recipe is coming, and I'll give you the link of that, of my protein muffins and things like that. That's another great thing to have because you will have a balance. And I make those usually with a scoop of protein powder, so I'll get my protein and my carbs. Your priority is to have basically a little bit of healthy carbs before you go training, before you go work out. Another great thing to have would be oatmeal. So for example, if you're usually training in the mornings, having some oats for breakfast with maybe some blueberries and things like that, that would be ideal way to start your day, and then go train maybe an hour or so later. So yes, that's my tips for the day. If you have any other great ideas, please comment below. If you're on Instagram, if you're watching me on YouTube, if you are watching me on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So because I'm going to be posting a lot of tips on nutrition and answering questions like this, and workouts. Definitely. Workouts of the week, they're going to be coming every Wednesday. I'm going to try to be very consistent with it as much as I can to make sure you get a little workout of the week on every Wednesday. And then on Fridays, I am going to do maybe a recipe of the week for you as well. It might be a video, or I might post it on my blog at livebanksfitness.com. So you can check that out, or my Instagram, I'll also link it there. So just giving you a heads up, that way you can keep an eye out for those things if you're interested in that. And I will see you next time, where I'm going to go over what is the best food to have after your workout, because that's another frequent question that I get asked. So that will be in the next video because I don't want to make this one too long. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you next time.